God, that sucks. Welcome.
It
Hello.
does not ever fail.
Does not fail.
The computer was like,
Get
nah.
fucked. Yeah, hard get fucked.
Yeah. So that means I have some work to do to figure out.
So anyway, you good?
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
Kind of. Just trying to get the whole... There we go. Trying everything fixed. Because it was like... Dolph Lundgren, bro.
Sorry about that,
It's like,
man.
I break you. So,
I can't hear him.
yeah, about to...
You're about to fix that?
I'm about to fix that. Because
Okay.
apparently it's all...
It's really all fucked.
yeah.
It fucked it all. Okay.
It was like... Huh? So welcome to season 4. Welcome to
Damn,
season
man.
4, and that's how she goes.
It was a blue screen, boys.
It was a hard blue
What up,
screen.
Scotto?
And then it was like, gah.
Yeah.
Okay. Hopefully. Hopefully.
What are we doing?
I'm hoping it should be fixed.
Season 4. Yeah, dude.
Season 4.
What a just rude way to interrupt.
Right. Let the computer be like, fuck you.
Right.
Now try and say something. Fuck. Nice. Super nice.
Nothing, dude. I have no idea what the fuck.
Blue screen season 4. Season 4's logo is going to be just a blue screen because so far.
There he
There
is.
he is.
Hello.
Abby?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, we
got you.
All right.
You go.
Thank you for being patient, man.
Turmoil is real.
Yes.
And
I'm pissed.
it follows Task Force
I hate
Podcast.
technology. I get it.
No, dude, it's the worst. There was no reason for that to happen.
Yeah, the computer was literally just like, I don't know, but
We're
no.
done. Yeah, we're done.
So, yeah, I don't even remember what we're talking about now. Because instantly I looked at Nasty and I was like,
I'm pissed.
fuck.
Traffic. That's what we were talking about.
What?
I believe it was Dallas traffic. Was that?
Oh,
Dude,
yeah, that's
yes,
right. Dallas traffic
dude,
is
listen.
shitty.
Anyways,
What did I come back to? You came back to broken.
so no, like I'll never, dude. We traveled for some events, but I'll never travel like that again. If I have to go through any major city, we're going around.
That
No.
was that for?
That's not true. All we have to do when we went to Pennsylvania, we have any issues. All we got to do is just go through them in the middle of the night.
That is
We were
true.
driving through Indianapolis and had all 6 lanes of highway to ourselves.
And I was banging 80.
But that was
That's a
also
lie.
at like 3:30 in the morning.
Right.
So I don't think that's very often.
No, it's not. It won't be.
But
You in Texas.
we went to Conquest of Avalon,
Yes.
Waxahachie, which is just south of Dallas. Then we're going to Southern Front here, February 19th and 20th,
Yeah.
and that is just north of Dallas, luckily, in Sanger. So it's going to be a good time.
I will make you travel to my city. You know what? No, Tristan, I don't want to ever come to New York.
I don't...
Okay, that's
I
a lie.
want to
I'll
go to New York. I want to
to
go to New York. I've been to Buffalo, and man, bunch of assholes. But
What the fuck?
he's probably like, I'm from Buffalo.
Oh,
Oh,
he's
we
gone
lost
now.
your audio, but now I know it's you.
Is it now?
Oh
We're
yeah,
good.
there you go.
There we go.
You know what it is? I swapped out of the tab, and I think it cuts out my mic. So okay.
Oh,
Now I
okay.
know. So yeah, it doesn't get any better going down south in New York. It actually probably gets worse. Buffalo is probably just mad because of all the snow, though. So it's cold
Well,
and miserable
yeah.
up there.
Yeah. I don't know. It wasn't too bad, but you know, I don't know how I would feel in a city. Dude, I've never seen anything over like. I've never stood next to anything taller than 10 stories.
That's false.
What, the Hyatt here has like 13s?
We have like a 50-story building downtown. The one that's pointed, that you can see from pretty much anywhere as you get close to the middle of the city.
That's not
That's
50. There's no way.
No, but it ain't no fucking 10.
Well, it's like 20.
Whatever.
It's not much.
But yes,
they're like fucking 80.
dude,
90.
they're 300. Fuck, Chicago has a 290 some floor building that you can
What?
like walk onto these decks and you see.
No way.
Swear to God.
That doesn't sound right.
Whatever.
Our tallest building is like literally 1776 like feet.
Right. That's
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
tall.
Yeah, but
You
that's
got
the
the,
Empire State Building, right?
That was the New World Trade.
The New World Trade.
Right. Massive as fuck.
Yeah.
Before,
1776.
But the original World Trades were only like 99 or 100 floors.
that's tall as fuck.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So where the fuck are you seeing a 280-story building? Because that would be like way up there.
So I'm probably thinking levels, not stories, right?
What the hell is a level?
So you know the counter?
What?
That's 1, 2, 3, 4. It even says on the fucking buttons like level 1, level 2, level 3.
Those are floors, homie. You go to floor 2, floor 3, floor 5. That's why they
Okay.
say 5th floor, please, when they
Right.
get in the elevator.
You're not wrong.
You don't say, hey, man, I want the 5th
Level
level.
5th.
And by the way, the 5th
Right.
level is like the 2nd floor, just so you know.
Trade Center has 104.
Wow. World Trade Center 104. Okay.
Buffalo sucks. Lamau, what up,
Yeah.
Marshmallow? What up, boss?
Why did we give Tristan admin access on YouTube?
I don't know.
It's so good.
Nasty.
It's so good. Let's see. We got when you coming to play in Ohio.
We drove through Ohio. It sucks. So probably never.
Yeah. I don't think there's one reason why I ever need to go to New York.
I don't know, dude.
I don't know.
New York would be.
New York would be cool. I got to go there at least once. I would love to go there, and I would
Stairmaster.
love to play some Airsoft. There's a lot of people up there that we would hit up. I mean, like, we got the Moon Goons. We got freaking Five Bros. We got NYC,
Fajita.
Insomnia. Like,
Fajitas up there, right?
yeah.
Yeah,
Fajita.
fajita.
He's with Insomnia. And, like, there's so much Airsoft to be had up there
It's wild.
that it would be fun. But, like, everywhere up there's, like, a quarter of our fields. It's just so funny.
What do you mean?
There's no space.
Oh yeah, okay, I see what you mean.
There's no space. We're out here like, oh, we got a fucking 15, 20 acre field. Like, damn it. And they're out there like, we have a city block.
Few and far between for sure.
Right. So, well, I mean, of course you guys are mostly Milsim, but do you guys have anywhere that you can actually get practice in? Because a lot of the fields up there are mostly speed style fields.
Actually, in the works of, we had a team meeting. We're trying to look at a couple fields. I think we had Hudson Valley Airsoft, which we talked to the owner, and we kind of discussed the type of thing where we can work something out where we could rent a portion of it. They have a shoot house also, so they have like an entire apartment complex set up.
Shit.
You can and it's dark, so if you ever want to use night vision or do any type of CQB, they can do that. And then the actual field, which I've never been to, but I know people that have, there's like a catwalk up top, so you can like walk in and see what people are doing up down below. So it's kind of like a legit shoot house. It's pretty cool.
That's sick.
That is dope.
See, that's what I would do.
Yeah, that would be
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
That would be fun. I don't know why most fields don't build them that way, right? Like, I mean, granted, maybe a lot of them don't have heights, but I think of like here where people take like old fucking Kmart building or Walmart building or some shit. You can make that so easy.
We have fucking
I've been-
hospitals out here we could use.
Yeah.
I've been dying to play at a game like that, like a mall or a hospital or some type of thing. We had one that was upstate New York. It was at an abandoned army facility, I believe. And then we had another one that was it was like right on the border of Canada. So it was, I think, an amusement park, but you never have games there. Like very rarely do you ever hear about them. I think there was another one at a resort, but again, it's rare that you have the games there.
And it feels like it's an invite only games.
Right.
Exactly. Or they sell out super fast where you can't even get a ticket.
Yeah.
Yeah. The old like school buildings and stuff like that to me is what would be really cool, right? Just long hallways with lots of fucking rooms, or apartment buildings like you're talking about. Like that would be interesting, right? 'Cause
Yes.
once you get in there,
Dude, it's instant.
multiple
Just
doors
like
and stuff. Like,
it's game. Your mind switch is.
yeah,
This is no longer airsoft.
right.
That would be sick.
This is everything I plotted when I was a teenager.
I think I've seen like a whole bunch of videos on YouTube of like the mall plays, like, and there was a mall right down the street from me that just closed, maybe a little bit more than that, but literally just closed down. And I'm like, oh, that'd be sick if we couldn't get an airsoft, but that would never fly, like
No,
insurance
dude,
wise and all that stuff. It would just never happen here.
Right.
All those windows get broken.
Yeah,
They would be.
I've seen
fucked.
them played there. They look sick, those games.
They do.
Yes, it is a Ron John shirt, actually. Somebody was asking me, Baxter actually was asking me if this was a Ron John shirt. Yes, I bought it in Florida when I was at the Ron John store in Cocoa Beach.
Have those over there?
Yeah, in Cocoa Beach, I guess.
In-
I don't know. It was interesting. I'd never been there, but I was like, I walked out and was like, damn, I should buy a surfboard. I'm fat. That would be funny. Like,
be like 6 foot wide. Just to hold your ass up.
dude, that board would be fucking big.
Yeah, that would be.
Like, have like 2 logs on the bottom of it. You know what I mean? Fucking pontoon boat.
Martin's Fantasy Island, I think, was the park. Squint.
Yeah, amusement park
Yeah.
by Canada, right on the border. It's like near Niagara Falls or something like that.
Dude, an amusement park would be one that would be really cool. I know that like Overwatch used to put on a game that was at a old water park, which would have been really fucking cool to go to, but they shut it down, I guess.
I don't quit crawling on the roller coaster there, guys. It's
Right.
not Battlefield. You don't need a snipe from the tallest point. Okay, it's like calm down.
Hey man, if somebody brought a harness though and was like, "Yo, it's safe," see, we're like, well, OSHA wouldn't disagree. so I
OSHA
guess-
would be
I
agreed.
guess just stay,
Yeah.
do what you're
Just
doing.
do you, boo? A wide board instead of a long board, yeah. Hey, Shad, when you gonna change your name on fucking YouTube so I don't think Eveready's somebody else?
Right. He's like, the
That's
moment you guys quit
dumb.
calling me shitting. But I fucking, dude, so I'm interested as to what got you into airsoft. Like, I know you said your buddy was like, oh, you should come try it, but like, there's always some little bit, right? Like, is it like, were you like, oh, it's kind of like playing video games, or like, were you a guy who's like, oh, I did paintball and that was cool once. So like, you
Right.
know what I'm talking about? Those are those
Yeah,
guys.
for sure. So actually, I never played paintball, and I'm not a big video game guy. So I wanted to get outside and actually play it more. And as a kid, I was like that kid that would always be playing like Army Man with his friends, like
Right.
running around in bushes, like waiting with our like sticks that were shaped like guns. And we're like, oh,
Yeah,
yeah, let's
dude.
go out and like, and so we would do that all the time. And then after becoming an adult, going to school, working, and being away all the time, I was like, you know what? I want to kind of do something and find a way to go out and actually do something I enjoy, be a kid again. And I found airsoft, and I was like, I fell in love like instantly. And I was always like very into like the military. I was very interested in like that whole like type of thing. I really liked paintball because it was never like realistic, you know what I
Right.
mean? So like, I wanted to make it. I liked Milsim because it was more realism, and I was able to like still nerd out and be a kid. So that was kind of what made me fall in love with airsoft.
Yeah,
That's
dude.
cool, dude.
No, that's cool. I would say that's very similar to me. Like, it's just I had the video game aspect to it a lot, but it wasn't. I never really played airsoft just because I was like, oh, it's like playing my video games. It was just like I was always super interested in military history and
the lifestyle.
like, dude, I spent so long when I was a kid. Dude, I obsessed over World War II. I thought it was like the coolest shit ever, and all the technological advances and all the shit that they improved on in warfare inside of there. Like, it's fucking crazy.
Yeah,
and
not to mention, like, it gives me a reason because I feel like I'm gonna be like one of those doomsday preppers, like when I'm older, like,
dude,
right?
Like, and I already have all the gear now. So
I would just told your wife that earlier. We were down here messing with our shit, and I'm like, see this? The gun's name may not be real, but what is in that is
right.
So all this gear, all this shit we do has a purpose. May never have to use it,
right?
But
yeah, I mean, it really helps with, like, again, I mean, you can really use airsoft as a training tool, but it's more for like firearm manipulation and, you know, practicing like your muzzle safety and stuff like that. Like, that's the hard part to explain to people is like the other half of gun control that you don't know. Like, I would be confident, well, more confident in a kid who played airsoft a bunch and took it very seriously than just some fresh fucking adult who had never picked up a gun with a real gun. That's how much more confident I would be. Like, because if that kid actually is the kid who pays attention to what he's doing and tries to learn the fundamentals, you know, fucking, he's on it. Bro.
Here, bro, take this.
Right.
Cover my 6, please. You know, like,
dude.
just
you know, totally would give a kid a loaded gun.
Yeah.
And trust him. Definitely.
No. Definitely would not.
I don't know, man.
Because Radar, like I said, he's our team lead and he's still in the Air Force. And he actually was trying to pitch an idea to his guys in the Air Force about training through airsoft, like using airsoft guns and all that stuff for training. So instead of obviously bringing real steel stuff in there, you know, you can still pull the trigger and all that stuff and it'll still simulate live fire.
Right.
So he was trying to pitch that. I don't know if he ever got anywhere, but it was something good. He said there was a lot of feedback, like good feedback from it. So there's definitely a push to use airsoft as training.
It's literally everything but firing a real rifle.
Yeah.
There's nothing you can't practice. You want to go get your favorite gun, your favorite pistol, it's there, most likely.
Yeah.
You're going to be able to buy your Glock, your SIGs, your whatever to train with.
You can replicate your real steel firearm almost to the T.
Yes.
Like, realistically.
The pistols are actually even more realistic with the blowback. They have so many blowback options, so it's like it is really realistic and, you know, everything, you know, work almost the same way, you know.
Yeah. No, I think it's something that a lot of people, if they're interested in firearms or whatever, you know, and it's definitely a good way to teach kids gun safety for sure. Like, I know that's what I've done with all my kids, but.
Dude, that's so funny. So I had one of those clear and orange clear Walmart Springers.
Yeah, dude.
For years ago, right? And I'm thinking to myself, you know what? I know it's cocked, and I know there's a mag in it, but I bet there's no BB. So I fucking did this to my hand, and I fucking shot, guaranteeing myself I thought I had unloaded it and, you know, got it all empty. It was not empty.
Right.
That bitch shot the fuck out of my hand.
Right.
And never again did I
ever
fuck around like that.
Right.
So you have your ways of learning. See, people, take it from me. You learn in the dumbest ways.
Right.
But I never did that again.
Had somebody given Nasty a real gun, he would have had a gimpy hand.
Yeah.
Like, don't tell. Oh, wait, what?
Yeah, you're right.
That was hot. Never do
Oh,
that again.
dude.
We're just going to let this one sort itself out.
Yeah, she's going to get himself killed.
But let's see here.
Dude, that was rough. That was a rough day.
Oh, my God. Let's see. Baxter says it was strongly taken into consideration for sure. Talking about
training.
Airsoft, yeah. You don't know how much I've tried doing it through my unit. Fortunately, I'm in a new unit and seem like people are willing to do training with Airsoft. I think a lot of like real steel gun people take it and you view it as a toy, right? Like that's what you view is is you view the clear plastic pistol when somebody talks about airsoft, or
yeah,
the crappy M4 that's like 4 times smaller than a normal one but shoots little pellets. You know what I'm talking about? Right. Like, but like once you actually show these to these guys, you could really give somebody a real steel gas or a real steel rifle and a gas blowback rifle hand to hand, and they would be so similar that it would be extremely hard to tell.
Right.
I
and
mean,
dude, listen, any gun he has, any gun you have, any gun I have, you put it in their hands and they're like, oh, wow, that's exactly what I use. No shit, so start using it. But it's also an investment, though. That's a massive investment. Sure, your whole unit can be yes, but some dude upstairs got to pay for it.
Right.
It's not going to be cheap.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and not only that, too, but people also look at it like, well, for that price, I could buy a real gun. And that is true,
Sure.
but
ammo too. You know about
exactly.
ammunition.
Ammo.
That's way less expensive to buy BBs than it is, and you'll get a lot more than you would in some, 9mm 5.56 that are freaking off the wall expensive right now.
Right.
So.
$20 for what, 10 rounds on some ammo, depending on like self-defense, and then I can do $20 for 2,000 BBs.
Hey man, I'm just saying you could test the theory, and all you got to do is practice your draw inside your house and breaking off that first round and then having to practice a reload. I bet you only do it one time in your apartment complex before people are like, hey, you got to fucking move out with a real gun. But you could do it a lot with an airsoft gun. Like, you could do it more often than, well, I guess it depends upon what part of New York you live in, huh?
That's funny. You're funny. That's good. I mean, it's that way anywhere. Just like she says, you can't shoot people with real guns legally.
Tell everyone, I'm like, I can't shoot my friends with a real gun. I'm going to kill someone.
Right.
That's too bad.
Yeah. Well, and you also get like force on force stuff.
Yeah.
That too, but.
And it hurts like a motherfucker. So if you get shot in bare skin, some
It
guns, you're like, God damn it.
Number one thing that puts people off is like, you're explaining to them, and they're like, well, paintball hurts. Does it hurt? Well, I'm like, is it as big of a spot? No, but you get hit with 5 times more shots in that small 1-inch area.
Window. Yeah.
And it hurts, more than probably paintball, in my opinion. And they're like, well, it doesn't leave a mark when you hit them. And you're like, no. And they're like, and then instantly you're like, well, you have to use the fucking honor system, and it seems like that's where you always lose people.
Yeah,
like, system. You can't tell.
Well, it's because maybe people are like, they need the satisfaction, right? Of the paint pop, maybe. I don't know. I'm not fucking no nerd paintballer, so I don't care.
I've never paintballed, so I don't even know.
So, you know how many times every time I see a fucking paintball group walking, looking at us or whatever, I just want to shoot one in the fucking neck. I've thought of
it's funny. So funny that they look at us like we're some nerds, and I'm like, you guys are just the same, just not as completely type, but.
Like, I know you got your jeans and a hoodie on, but we got ours too. That guy's at the back of the line.
Yeah.
He's here still. Trust me.
Yeah.
He's got the fucking, he's that guy who's in 90-degree weather is wearing that hood up over his head with this fucking just outlining his mask because he's new here.
Yep.
And he doesn't want to get shot in the ears.
Pretty much.
Yeah. You know the guy I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. But.
Hate that. Airsoft gets, I've been on Reddit and I've posted that gear stuff, like a gear review, and those guys, and if you're real steel, and they just love shitting on airsoft. As soon as they saw my thing, they didn't even watch the review. They're just like, oh, fuck you, you're airsoft. And I'm like, dude, I'm still using real steel stuff. This can apply. I'm not relating this to airsoft at all.
Right.
It's just a gear review, and they just they will not have it. They don't want any part of it, which I think is kind of silly because, dry firing airsoft gun and dry firing a real steel, aside from reloading it and certain aspects of it, they're pretty much the same thing. Dry firing and dropping a mag out, it's gonna be very similar.
Yep.
Right.
I agree.
No, exactly. And then, also you got to think when it comes to gear, really, I don't even care what you use it for. I don't care if you put training plates in it and you go run for 10 miles, right? You generally have some idea of how this plate carrier holds up. I could give a shit less about what you're using it for. You would think people would be after that, right?
Yeah.
But and stigmas, man.
people that use this stuff still, most of these guys aren't going out in the desert or the woods and like using it, like rolling around in the freaking woods like airsofters are.
Right.
So it's not really
Right.
getting that, that strenuous wear and tear. Most of these guys wear it to a range where they just load all their mags in and they fire off a few rounds of whatever, and then they go home.
Yep.
They're basically using it to carry plates and mags. They don't actually go out and like roll around in the freaking woods where everything could get torn off and all that stuff. They're not putting it through a real stress test.
Right.
I'm not saying airsoft is like the end all be all, but don't like really discount it when
Right.
you guys aren't really putting it through any type of wear.
Right. No, I would agree. Those same guys are sitting there like, well, I don't know, man. I've had my plate carrier for the last 4 years and I haven't had any issues with it. Meanwhile, it's like most aggravated time is when he takes it on and off his gear stand.
Yeah.
Like the
Pulls it out of
shoulder
his back
pads.
pickup.
Right. The shoulder pads are fucking shaped like the piece of wood.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Like Kaz was saying to us last weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, you can go to be a guy at the range who makes YouTube videos where you wear your $2,000 plate carrier and all that's bullshit and shoot a fucking paper all day. Or you can go play airsoft and learn how to move, communicate, teamwork, the whole nine that you're actually going to need
Right.
more than knowing how to fucking... Anybody could point, aim, and squeeze a trigger and
Right.
figure out how to reload.
Right.
Whatever. I can teach that to anybody in 5 minutes. But it's the other aspect of it. It's everything else that
Right.
you won't have just shooting paper all fucking day.
Right. It's finding out that pouch is in the wrong spot because
Yes.
under stress, you cannot get that mag out.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like,
But that's another thing, you start playing Milsim and you're like, oh shit, I need this, and you can't get to it like you said, and now you're dead,
Right.
and
Right.
you can't do that, and
No.
when there's no one shooting at you.
right. That, and also, like, you'll start, especially if you go to a longer milsim, you'll start realizing just how much stuff you really don't need.
Right.
Huge, right there.
Like, oh man, I need this extra pouch on the back because, snackies and water. No.
No.
You're gonna
don't-
learn you only need a fucking Cliff Bar, maybe 2, and a bottle of water in your leg pocket.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna ditch that dumbass hydration sack that's on your
Right.
back, unless you
I'm
just
not-
are super worried
Listen,
about water.
We have an Uncrustables guy. Okay. You're going to have our fucking Cliff Bar guy, and I'm going to be the guy who has a pack of M&Ms from AMRE in his backpack.
Bro,
That's
you
going to
give-
be it.
You give me a plate carrier with 4 mags on it, a hat, some iPro, a bottle of water, a can of dip, and as many BBs as I can have, and I'm fucking in.
Right.
The whole time I'm slaying. I don't care. Like, it's all you need.
I don't really need much on me. I've actually, the last few events I've done, Milsim, like longer events, I've definitely started to decrease the amount of gear I have in my ruck, on my plate carrier. I'm trying to make it real minimalistic where I can still get through a full game,
Right.
but with a lot less. And then we have those meetings as a team where 3 to 5 people aren't bringing jet boils. One guy bringing jet boil, this guy bring this, and then
Right.
you can organize the other guys to bring other stuff that you're not going to be carrying. So if you're on a team, especially organize that stuff. So not everyone is bringing the same stuff.
That's a good way to...
This guy just told me I can't have any Uncrustables.
Good. Fuck you. I'll eat Snake's portion.
If I have the, if I get jalapenos and cheese,
Oh, yeah.
then sorry,
Unshareable.
you're not getting it. It's unshareable.
It's unshareable.
Just like your Uncrustables.
But no, it is a smart idea to break up load between people. But if you're in our situation, we ride together, so
Right.
we pack for one.
Right.
Really, we don't pack for 2 people.
Right.
I think to combine between me and him, and of all the events we've been to together, we know what we need and don't need.
Right.
And there's literally just enough to feed one person, but it lasts us all weekend.
Right.
It's weird. Our eating habits change just like that.
Right. And then we're
Eat
like
when, need
sauced
to.
on Sunday,
Right.
and we're like, man, why don't we have any energy? But we didn't eat anything on Saturday.
Right, because fuck eating Saturday. So
I just feel like, if I eat, then at some point in time I'm gonna have to poop, and who wants to poop with all
Not
their
me.
gear on? Nobody.
happened to me at the last event. So it was a tree.
hey, not
We've had a guest on in the past. I won't say names, but I mean, it was an early season 1. appearance, and she, there's a little hint, like was letting us know, like, don't bring a Mexican dish that heats up in your backpack, because then you're at a milsim and you got the runs, and I'm not talking about your feet are sore either. I'm talking about
straight shitting yourself
talking
runs.
about straight, your butthole's on fire.
Yeah, dude. That's
Like,
rough. That would be rough for anybody, dude.
If you want to hear about that, you just got to go back in the Task Force podcast history and find it for yourself. It was too good, though.
Actually,
Yes.
I think Marshmallow kind of tell you. I think he was at the event, so he would have been able to know. But I basically ran off in the woods, and thank God for dude wipes and baby wipes.
Shout out
that
the
is
wipes.
The
Yes.
most important thing you could bring to a Milsim event is wipes. I'm
Yeah.
telling everyone.
I
that
agree.
right now.
I agree. He's not wrong. But real quick, same sleeping bag. I mean, in its own right, yes, at one point when it was so cold in like Pennsylvania, I feel like at one point his sleeping bag got flipped. Our open parts kind of just opened on each other.
Yeah, dude.
Straight body warmth.
Yeah,
dude. I felt like a little princess up against this guy.
you
Fucking
think
warm.
I'm not taking my,
I'm not
I'm
even
not taking my shirt and pants off and we're cuddling. You're way wrong.
Butt to butt, right?
That's right, dude.
Dick to butt.
Even if it's cots, like cots come close together.
They do, bro. They're square on the edge for a reason.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
One event we went to, it started pouring raining, and me and Radar were using the same sleeping bag, and we got real close to each other, and that thing was raining so hard that the waterproof on the tent wasn't working, and it was raining into our tent to cover it. We were getting real close in there, so only become friendlier when you're at these events.
do.
For sure.
What's up, Netherlands? That's
See,
pretty dope.
I told you there was a motherfucker at one random time from the Netherlands that hit me up, and if it's this guy, shout out, dude. I still have your message.
I'm just saying, when Nasty and I are in the sleeping bag, last time he asked me if that was my speed loader, and I said no, and then romantic music started playing.
I didn't, fortunately, get to hear the music part,
Right.
and there was no speed loader.
Right. Your ears were probably drowned out from all the grenades that were coming into the container.
There were a lot of grenades. Shout out Grimnir events.
Yes.
They are wild.
Which one was that? Was that the?
That was radio silence.
It's radio silence.
They happened at Captivist too. They wrecked
Dude,
us.
just 7 hours. What? No, seriously, it was like 2.5 hours of just nades constantly, dude. Landing inside our container, we were trying to sleep. Dude, that was, you know what, man? Fuck 40-hour events. I hate 40-hour events. I do, man. Because I've had the luxury of playing my little 9 to 7 and then having all night to do whatever the fuck I want.
Well, you can, except sometimes you get shot at.
Yeah, the OG SSNN. Yes, thank you.
The Grimnir events, they're definitely like the Captivist event that I went to. That's where I met everyone, like I said, and it was the same thing. Our team, IGC, was run and train on every other, fact. Then all of a sudden, we had people leaving the event. We had people going off and sleeping when they weren't supposed to, and it was a whole mess. And all of a sudden, every other faction teamed up and just literally just did the same thing. They just swarmed us, and there was, I shit you not, like I had to be like 200 grenades, like within a fucking 20-minute span. It was, oh my god, it was miserable.
Dude, we know that pain.
Yeah.
Like the first night, half our team left.
Yeah.
Just was gone.
It got cold, and they were like, "Oh, it's cold. We're leaving." I'm like, "Dude, it's Pennsylvania. I don't know what you guys thought was happening." But like
maybe.
But yes, we had a bunch of grenades come inside, and I remember like the first night raid was cool. Like we were like, "Oh, let's get up and I'm gonna put my boots on and go look around and record stuff." Because
hit my head on everything.
But then like the 3:00 raid like happened, and they were throwing grenades in the container, and I just pulled a sleeping bag over my head and crouched down and was like, "I'm fucking dead. I'll just stick my hands out of the bag, and I don't want to do this right now. I just want to sleep."
Yeah.
I just laid here and tossed and turned and covered my forehead in all this paintball paint.
Dude, I was pissed. My shit was covered in paint because of that. But we did choose to sleep there. Nasty, the type of dude that goes to a Milsim, leaves early to drink 18 beers at an Applebee's and tries to fight at wars.
A waitress, yeah.
That did happen.
I could see it.
Not at a Milsim, though.
I could see it.
And it was a waiter. Dude was going to get fucked up that night.
By dude, he means a very bulky woman.
If it was a woman, she was scary. So, like,
anything goes.
Anything goes. It's 21 now,
Yeah.
people. So,
Yeah.
22. Wow.
Yeah, it's 22.
That sucks.
Yeah. Yep. Well, if you guys are going to be at Southern Front, make sure you
Please.
hit us up and reach out to us and say, hey, what's up? It's us. And then let us know who you are,
Right.
because don't be that guy who's like, yo, what up, man? And then expect that I'm going to know who you are.
Right. That's so
without
weird,
at least you
man.
telling me your YouTube name, because I won't. I won't know who you are.
Right.
Because we're on camera and you guys aren't. So, other than that, I mean, of course, the show going forward is going to be on Saturdays, 5:30 Central, 6:30 Eastern. That's 3:30 on Western.
Dude, you lost. I don't know.
I'm just letting the people know. I know the
They
times.
already know.
I know the times.
They already
now.
know. You need to let my man shout himself out. His team is YouTube.
Well, obviously, he's with the Moon Goons, who, of course, if you guys don't know who they are, you can actually go down to any one of our Instagram posts and find them, because they are an affiliate team of ours.
That is true.
'Cause, I mean, we get along with pretty much every single one of the dudes on that fucking team. So
Wow, so
Check
we've
them
had a few new members coming on board, so it should be.
Dude,
I mean, you guys seem to pick pretty okay dudes, you know what I
yeah,
mean?
you guys are full. You're full of good people.
We-
I can tell you that.
Or vet them a little bit. We make sure we have like a little off team where we're like
Right.
come to a few events before we actually accept you
Right.
full team. But yeah, we make sure that we have good guys. You don't have to
Yeah.
have any experience or anything like that. So if you're in the East Coast and you're looking for a team and you want to hit us up, you can, because we're not we don't need anything. You don't need any type of gear. As long as you're a good person and you come to events, that's all we ask for.
Right.
Right.
And but for some reason in our case we have that one asshole on the team just no matter what. And his name's Skylar. But you know
Yes.
what? He's the homie because he feeds me Uncrustables.
Yes.
So
he is the homie. He's all right. I don't mind him too much, because he's okay. He's definitely okay.
you're trying to find their Insta?
I'm pulling it up. I know where I can find it here.
Right there.
Yep. Yes, and if they want to follow you, let's see here. Show screen. If you want to follow our man Squints here, you can go give him a follow here. New Jersey _Airsoft. Like I said, he's always seems to be posting up stuff
That's
that
good.
then generally makes me want to start looking into it and figure it out. And also, like I said, make sure you go and check out his YouTube stuff,
Yes.
because if you're a newer player and you stumbled across this, it's definitely worth a watch. I mean, if you stumbled across the first video and then still came to the second video because the computer crashed, which, by the way, welcome to Task Force Podcast. I don't know what to tell you. It's not going to get any better because we're an Airsoft podcast, and Joe
Right.
Rogan is way too expensive for us. So, I'm just letting you know that it's never going to improve more than
It will.
it. Well, I mean, it's never going to improve more than we can improve.
Right.
And this is not very shapeable. So,
That's rough.
hey, man.
It's you know what? It'd be that way sometimes.
It'd be
But
that
anyway,
way.
thank you for sticking around through the whole thing with us, man.
Yes.
Thank you to everybody who came back.
Yes.
Having me.
No, seriously, we need to do this again when it's not going to cut out,
Right.
because that's really irritating.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wish my Instagram had that many followers. Tee Work on it harder, bud.
Yeah. Just gotta get on there and post.
This is still pretty new.
Hey, man. Everybody grows and everything, as long as you keep focusing on it. You can make your dreams not just be dreams, just like Shia LaBeouf said. So
You're fucking-
we'll see you guys.
Okay, dude.
Next week on
Next
Saturday
Saturday.
at 5:30.
Yep.
That's what it is.